Hi, today we're going to learn how to use pivot tables in Microsoft Excel. So let's go ahead and jump right in here. So I already have some data that I collected from, I downloaded actually from kaggle.com. It's for the Pulse of the Nations. So what we're going to do is first we're going to click any of the cells here. So I clicked income. Next, I'm going to click Insert from the menu up above here. And then we're going to click Pivot Table. Then you'll see that there's these dotted lines showing that there's an outline. It's collecting all of this information here. This area here in this box, this Create Pivot Table box, the table/range, it's basically defining this whole area here. On the default, it will create a new worksheet with their table, or you could just use this existing sheet. But we're just going to go with creating a new worksheet with the table. So go ahead and click OK. And you'll notice right away that the columns on the right, right here, this box has the columns of the data. Ranging from income all the way to age, pretty much all the information here, and it's sorted nicely. From usually when you load any data sets, there's a lot of cleanup that you need to do, but when you use pivot tables, it already cleans up a lot of the information, makes it a lot easier to see right off the bat. Okay, so these bottom four boxes here are what we're going to be including in our table. So first is the report filter, next column labels, row labels, and values. So let's say we want to take a look at the data based off of the age range. So we're going to go ahead and click age range here and then drop it into the report filter. And you see it's already creating the information for us. So the next thing we want to look at, let's say we want to look at gender. We want to see what the age range is between the genders. So we go ahead and drag that into the columns field. Then next, let's say we want to look at what the marital status is for the row. We go ahead and drag and drop that into the row. And last, we want to look at the values based off of these three criteria here. So why not we look at income? So we go ahead and grab income, drop that into values. Okay, so what we see at first is the values are being arranged by the count. So the count is basically saying how many were reported for that particular criteria. Like let's say here, divorced female, there were 19 people that responded for this data. But let's say we want to see the actual income. So we go down here to values and just go ahead and click here for count of income. We're going to click value field settings. And on this value settings window, we see we can summarize the data by different ways in terms of the sum, the count, the average. So let's say we just want to look at the sum, the total amount from let's say in this case the 19 females who are divorced. We'll see the sum of how much all of them make. It's just a sum. So we just go ahead and click OK, and now we see sum. Since we want to go based off of age range, right now we have all. Let's say we want to look at 18 to 24. Just go ahead and click it. Click 18 to 24 here. Go ahead and click OK. And then now we have data that is, specifically for 18 to 24, male, female, and their marital status, gender and marital status. So, so we're going to look here, and we could also add some more information if you would like you could use more than one row. So we could use something like let's see what we could look based off of race, we could separate the individuals based off of that. You could add information like that. If you ever do not want any of that information, or you want to remove some, you could just click the area, click the one that you don't want, and then just go ahead and click remove field. Another thing we can do that's very useful is that we can make charts right away. So you just want to go ahead up to this menu for insert. Go ahead and click insert there. And you can make something like a chart with columns. And I'll go ahead and use the 2D column. Just go ahead and select that. And so we could see the data a little bit better here in terms of they mentioned the gender on the side here, and the marital status is at the bottom here. And we'll see, in case, let's say you don't want to look at just the sum, why not, of the income, why not go for average? So we just go ahead and click the sum of the income here again. Go to value field settings, and you could click average of the income. And then right away, the data is going to update with the information that you selected there. That is very quick. And then also, if you'd like to look at more than 18 to 24, maybe you want to look from 18 to 24 and 25 to 34. So it'd be basically 18 to 34. You could go ahead and select this box, select multiple items. Click both. Click OK, and then now we have huge age range now. So let's see here. So pretty much this is the basics of using the pivot tables. There's a lot more that you can do. This is just kind of like a starter. Get ready, and already, I'm pretty sure a lot of employers are looking for, somebody who could get this information out to them right away. And so now that you've learned how to do this, you can kind of just be like, hey, so I can have a job now, So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this was very eye-opening, or this is the wonderful pivot tables that everybody talks about. Anyone who knows Excel knows the pivot tables, so at least you should. All right, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.